Hello everyone. How you doing? Hope you're good. This is Saffron Media, where we give you trending, exciting, reliable, and authentic happenings. This is the best place to be, your best plug when it comes to the best, the most exciting, the most intriguing, the most recent, and the most authentic happenings in Nigeria, especially when it comes to politics and other related subjects. But right here, it is the Edo State election that is the most trending at the moment, because it is so close and the most recent election that Nigeria will have, and everyone's fingers is kept crossed and waiting for the outcome of this very election. I'm sure you are all eager and waiting for this election to come for you to see the outcome. I've seen people's comments on this channel. I've seen all sorts, and of course I know everyone is so eager and waiting for this election to just come, and for them to get excited, those that will get sad, and all forms of mixed feelings that will come along with this election. But all the same, let us hope for the best and hope that the best candidate wins. That is always my slogan, and that is what I always believe, that let the best candidate emerge. And I believe that is all we should all believe, because of course, if God has not ordained a person to become a leader, there is no way the person will do it, even if he does all the permutation and calculations and all sorts. If it is not his time, it is not going to happen. But of course, if it's his time, even if he does nothing, things will work in his favor and it will emerge. But we hope, and I would say, that let the best candidate emerge. Okay, guys, without wasting much of your time, the Oba of Benin has decided to have a word with Inec, and then that is exactly why I want to see what he asked of Inec and what are the things he discussed with the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, Inec. Okay, guys, I'll bring you details of this shortly, but before then, you know how we do it right here. If you haven't subscribed, please ensure you hit the subscribe button immediately, and also turn on your notification bell, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Okay, guys, without further ado, let us dive right into the details of this report, as it says that fresh details have emerged about a meeting the Oba of Benin, or Oba Ewuare II, had with the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, on Thursday ahead of the gubernatorial election scheduled for next month. As it was gathered that the Oba of Benin disclosed that he would invite all the governorship candidates participating in the September 19th governorship election to his palace to sign a peace pact. The peace pact would enable the candidates to urge their followers to avoid violence during and after the electoral exercise. The popular monarch expressed sadness at what the politicians have turned the state into because of their political interests and personal interests, adding that as father of all, would not be happy when his children were always engaged in fights in the house. He admonished politicians to emulate former President Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, who, in the interest of peace and unity of the country, accepted the outcome of the presidential election, which eventually saw the emergence of Muhammadu Buhari as president. He stated that the palace has always remained neutral in the state's politics, but has regard as concerns for candidates who has respect for traditional institutions. So guys, you can see that the Oba of Benin has the interest of the Edos and the Benin people at heart, and of course he's more interested in the peace of the state. As an elder and as a monarch, he actually knows what it stands for, what the state stands for, and he would not want anything to jeopardize the peace of the state, and that is why he has decided to call on Inec and call on all the political parties to come together and ensure that there is peace in the state. And really, I think that is the best thing that everyone should do. It is not really about violence. Like I would say, election no be war. Election, it is not about war. We should not fight ourselves, we should not kill ourselves because of an election that will last barely 24 hours and a candidate will eventually emerge, whether by permutation or by calculation in any way. And a candidate will definitely emerge. So it is really not worth the life of anyone, of any Nigerian, not to talk of any Edolites. So really, everyone should be at peace and ensure that everyone is working together to ensure that Edo State is peaceful and Edo State is really ready for this election. just like the Oba of Benin has called Inec, that Inec should ensure and do what is necessary, that there should be no form of, any form of permutation, like I call it, or calculations by Inec, and ensure that the best candidate emerges, because it is really unnecessary when it has to do with putting the wrong candidate that has not passed the test into power. Rather, they should work with those that have actually passed the test and ensure that the election is actually successful and peaceful. Yes, and that is the main reason he called Professor Mahmoud and also discussed with him, because he said he's going to call other political parties and warn every one of them that there should be no form of violence during the election, that no one's blood is worth shedding because of this very election. And he also said that candidates participating should not fight themselves, that they should understand that they are brothers and they've lived together. He said no reasonable father would want to watch his house be on fire. Of course, he said definitely it is important that even when children fight, that they shouldn't fight to the extent where they have to kill each other. That as a father, he's begging all political parties to be peaceful before, during, and after this election, because he does not want to see his house on fire as an elder and as a father. Because of course we all know that the Oba Ewuare too is a very popular monarch in the Benin Kingdom, and even in other kingdoms in the world, is one of the renowned kings that we know, and he's being respected everywhere. And he believes that it is important that every child in the Benin Kingdom also follow with peace, because peace is very important, because after the death of anybody, election will still come, election will still go, and those that are dead are already dead and they are gone. So it is really not worth the life of anyone. Even if the Oba of Benin did not call anyone, I believe that everyone at this time should be sensible. All the youths, parents should call their children, parents should call, brothers should call their sisters, sisters should call their brothers, and ensure they are not fighting or they are not being used as mercenaries for this election. We've seen youths that are already injured. You saw some of the reports I brought to you, how they went to meet some of these supporters of Obaseki, and guns and everything. Bullets were shot into the man's house and even his vehicles and all of that. It is really not worth that. It shouldn't come to that extent where people have to start killing each other because of an election that will last in barely 24 hours. Yes, it is really not worth it. So it is important that everybody follow with peace. We should all follow peace with every man and just support our candidates quietly. And on the day of election, all you have to do is to thumbprint. So I don't see why that is a problem. Pick your candidates and thumbprint on the party's box that you feel you are voting for. It is no more than that. And at the end of the day, we hope that Inec does the right thing and pick the right candidate. So guys, you can see that even the Oba of Benin is so worried about the forthcoming election. So to put his heart at peace, I believe the parties should really come together and work things out and ensure that there's peace before, during, and after this election. So guys, thank you so much for staying tuned. You know how we do it right here. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and also give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to drop your comments and your reservation. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.